AU, AU, AU dollars. AU dollars. Australian dollars.
Let's get straight into it, bro. Welcome back to Australia, bro. You got here yesterday. Talk to me about how's it been being back.
It's been great. I got here yesterday actually in the morning, so I was able to. I'm staying in the city, so I was just walking around the city, just enjoying the weather. It's been cool.
Yeah. This isn't your first time here, obviously, bro.
No, no, but it's been a while. But I haven't been here since the pandemic.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to coming. Like I saw your Instagram comments about talking about looking forward to being back over in Australia. What do you like about the energy here, bro? Like what feels different about Australia?
I think just being able to come this far, like being able to go so far away from where you're from, where you started, like your music career, and be able to come over here and share my talents with y'all. I'm still humbled by it. So I appreciate the fact that y'all are listening to the music over here, want to chop it up, and that's tight to me.
100%. Oh, we good, bro. You came here like in 2013 as well, I think, didn't you? For another tour early back in the day.
Yeah, somewhere around that
Do
time.
you have any memories from those trips, bro?
Yeah, I got a lot of memories. Back then, I was on a label called Funk Volume, and we had a run. But, uh, I was in my early 20s. Everything was kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, 100%. Well, that's when I started listening to you, like around 2013 with like World Peace and like Killing with Kindness and stuff. And I remember real clearly when you were on the like XXL freshman cover.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, like what? Travis, Q, Absol,
Yeah, Logic,
Bat, Joey, I think. Action as well.
Action Bronson, yep, Joey.
Bro, take me back just like to that time. Like, what was it like in that moment?
It's a lot different than now. Um, you know, I don't know what artists strive for these days, but back then you wanted to be a double XL freshman. That was like they picked the 10 biggest artists and up and coming artists in the world that they thought was next up, and they stamped them, and that was like a big thing. And like all the covers before had legends on them, so you wanted it. I know it's different now, but
Yeah, for sure.
artists got bigger than the cover. You know what I'm saying? It's like even in college basketball, now they got the NIL deals, and like these kids can grow a fan base. They don't need the organization to do it. So it's different. But back then, I was super excited. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was striving for it.
Do you remember the day that you like did the freestyle and shoot? Because like looking back at it now, like your one especially, like well even that class I think is looked back at as like one of the most legendary ones, like
Yeah,
easily top three.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I do remember that. I just remember feeling very independent, very like we didn't have a big team, and everybody had stylists and options, and I came with some fits that I picked out.
On
Some
just on
fits
your
that I
ones,
picked
yeah,
out.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
facts,
saying? And
yeah.
I felt very independent, but I just felt like I was holding it down for the oh, thank you kindly. I felt like I was holding it down for the independent community.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. And like looking back at that class, like I think what stands out about it is like you guys sort of all went in different directions, and like one that I mentioned before, Chief Keef, he was on it. As drill started to come up, bro, around that time and sort of establish itself as a legit genre in hip hop and stuff, you sort of went the complete opposite way. Talk to me about like some of the challenges that you remember from that time in doing that.
I didn't really have any challenges with it. The game was changing, and like um, that I didn't grow up on drill. These boys created something and created a sound, and like I'm an originator. I don't hear stuff and just be like, oh, I want to do that, like because it's being done and it's hot. Like I want to be the person that people sample in the future. So I respected it. It was a little shocking, a little bit. All the gun waving on YouTube early. It just looked a little. I don't know. It looked a little weird at first to me, but I definitely didn't have like any trouble with it.
It was there any pressure to like not go that way, but like fit in that in a sense? Like was that like
No,
guaranteed success industry wise if you did that, or like Nah.
I never want to guarantee success. Like, no, I just wanted to work. I wanted to know that I was working towards a legacy, but I didn't want guaranteed success. I didn't want to be like nobody ever in life, you know. And still to this day, I feel that way. Like I don't want to be like nobody. I just I'm just doing my thing, you know.
Well, on that, bro, you've been independent for like, is it 10 years now?
Forever.
Talk about that, bro.
Being independent, like I mean, it just depends, you know, what era you want me to talk about. Like, you know, in the beginning, it was really cool. It was like, you know, I felt like I was controlling creative, my creativity, right, in a sense, and then like, you know, and then algorithms and things started to come in and things that don't really have anything to do with being an artist, but you have to start working these new platforms and this new way of life, and then being independent became challenging because you know now you can't just it's not just hustling no more. I used to could just make the music and just try to sell you the CD, bruh. If you pop the CD in, you know, chances are, you know, you would listen to everything. I felt like, well, now it's like they don't have CDs no more. So now it's playlists. So now you get one chance to you know, it's I don't know if I would have signed up for it this way. You know, so I'm not just telling people to be independent or go the independent route. It's different, man. I don't know if I technically would have chose it this way.
Have you had times along the way, like as everything's changed, where you've been like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore, or
Oh, I mean, of course I want to be able to you want to be able to turn the things that you work really hard, like say you work really hard for something, you want to be able to turn that into something else that can be lucrative and constantly branch out and constantly do new things, reinvent yourself. So not that you're like you won't ever do that again, but you've grown out of that. Like, you know, I've grown out of the space of trying to fit into the rap world. Like I don't I have no I have no desire to be, you know, I wear, you know, dog. I like, I have no desire to fit in the rap world. I just know that I did my Dizzy Wright thing before there was AI, before robots could make songs in 20 seconds. I can't compete with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I did before it existed, and I can travel the world and be proud of that. You know, I feel underseen. Um, I feel like when people come across me, they rate me at a high level. But I feel underseen. A lot of people just don't know who Dizzy Wright is. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool because it always gives you something to work towards. Like everybody knowing you all the time, that don't look fire to me either. Like damn.
but at the same time, like there's not many artists that can like show songs from almost 15 years ago that like are still resonating today, like literally word for word, probably more impactful and meaningful today than it was back then. Like I feel like the world since you dropped like World Peace and all those songs, like whether it's politically or you know economically or whatever, the world's like way more chaotic now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Does it feel weird to like be proven right? Like I guess it's almost like a double.
Like I told y'all, we needed peace, man. Damn, why y'all ain't listen? No, I don't ever feel like that. I always, you know, I always looked at my career kind of like how my grandfather used to just plant seeds in my mind. Like I just, that's what I was just doing. I was just planting seeds, and I knew that there wasn't gonna be no damn world peace, you know. But I knew that if I plant that seed in somebody's mind, that they might carry that and carry that energy, and that's creating world peace to me. Because now you're going out and you're being a better version of yourself, and that's like that's what I really was trying to get to. Like, but you know, if the world was completely peaceful, I don't know what that would look like.
Yeah, like would we have good music?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, like yeah, exactly. Like, would we? Yeah, would we be fucking? You know, like would we? I don't know. Like what would really be going out? But yeah, I just think that putting out good energy, like planting seeds, that's like how I use my career, and that's what I like to do.
Well, obviously it's worked, bro. Like, I feel like another big theme of your music has been sort of like wanting to get independent, like, sort of like with the long game in mind, you know,
Yeah.
longevity. Like, how does it feel sort of now to be living what you sort of like spoken to existence of, like, 15 years ago, bro?
Yeah, creatively, I'm proud, but I've made some mistakes. I've taken some chances, tried to leap over and scrape my knee or whatever, and like, you have to learn from those things and bounce back from those things. And that's why I say being independent is not easy because you do got to take chances and bet on yourself. But I mean, if the rim could move and you had to kind of guess which way to shoot it, your odds are very less than just shooting straight like how I used to do, right? The rim is moving now, and it jerks, So you'll try to shoot a shot, and you'll be like, damn. So I done shot a couple misses, and had to learn from them, and like.
What were some of the biggest ones?
Selling my masters, I would say. I wish I didn't sell my masters because the shot that what I was trying to do it for, I wasn't able fully to see it through because of how long it took, right? So I underestimated or over, I don't know which one, but something like that where you try to take a chance to try to be able to do more for yourself, and then like, it might not work out like that. But those are the things that you're able to pass down to artists you, that are doing it now, that are coming up, or that want to do it independent and want to be able to control their stuff. These are the little gems you could give them.
Yeah, 100%. Well, the new album is called Soul Searching.
Yes.
2026. What's Dizzy Wright still looking for in the game? What are you still like moving towards?
Yo, you know what? It's crazy. I'm glad you asked that. I'm not technically soul searching no more, right? Like I did all my soul searching last year and the year before when I was working on it. But you know, planting seeds has always been a thing for me, right? But also being human has also been a thing for me, right? I feel like a lot of my fans rock with me from the beginning is because I was honest about who I was. You know what I'm saying? I showed up as me. You know what I'm saying? And but I know that like I can be a light in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the last couple years I've just been reality, reality, reality because of how dark the world's been. So I've been kind of like letting my fans know that like I'm going through it too. Like instead of being that light, I'm just like, yo, listen, I feel y'all. I'm more like, yo, hey, there's some shit and relatable, But this year I want to get back to being that light again. Shine some light in those dark places for people and just be a little more colorful.
What does that look like? Does that look like new music or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop music every year until I get to 20 years. But yeah, definitely new music and different things like that. But I'm writing a book. About my
Talk about that. Yeah, talk about that.
yeah, my book. It's still early stages, so I don't want to get too crazy. But I'm putting a lot of work into this, and it's about my 25 years in the music industry and how it's changed up to this point, and some of the things that I had to overcome, and give some more perspective about how I became Dizzy Wright. And I think that's gonna help shine some light on people who might be doubting themselves, or might just be looking at the world and be like, this shit is, what is this, And so the book, I feel like it's gonna really do that. I hope it can do what like the Four Agreements did for me. I hope it could do something like that for the people. But I always am gonna sprinkle it in the music. It's got to. Always.
Well, on that, bro, like clearly from the jump to now, you've like thought hard about legacy and like what that might look like for you from whether it was, in 2013 or whether it was 2025, bro. So, what does the legacy mean to you and look like to you at this stage in life?
Just my kids, just making sure that they got an opportunity to focus on themselves and now more than ever, I've been using this word human, and it sounds weird. It's like, but I want them to have a real human experience. I don't want them to be trying to deal with my problems or their mom's problems, and growing up too fast like I had to do. I want them to be able to have a real chance. You know what I'm saying? I did all of this shit so they could have that. You know what I mean? And be able to do that. And I want to be able to sit back and watch it and see what they become prideful about, what they become motivated about, and be live my life like that. Like, damn, look what I installed, and that would make me truly happy. To be honest, already,
Yeah, I mean, you're touring Oz like
I've already,
15 years.
I overlap my expectations like
Yeah, yeah,
10 years ago. Like all this shit has been a bonus, Jack. Like I just been sliding and gliding. So it's for me. It is just my kids. I do want to just. I want to see what they do, but I want them to be good people. You know, I want like the what people get from the music. I want you to be able to meet my kids and feel that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
100%, well, bro. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, mate. Yes, sir.